James Kiprotich Ngetich, tour guide Kenya. I have actually been a tour guide here in Kenya for 17 years now. I'm also an author with 2 books available on Amazon. The books are titled Life is a Journey and Memoirs of a Tour Guide Kenya. I would very much like to welcome all of you to this channel. I very much would like to share my experiences with the world. So I actually invite all of you to journey with me. Thank you very much. This is James Kiprotich Ngetich, Tour Guide Kenya. I would very much like to welcome you to this YouTube channel. I'm actually at Mount Kenya National Park. We are actually about to begin an ascension, and I would like to invite you all to ascend this mountain with us. Mount Kenya has actually 3 peaks. There is the Batian, the Nelion, and the Lenana peaks. The Batian peak is 5,199 meters, while the Nelion is 5,188. The 3rd peak is the Lenana peak, which is 4,985. The other 2, that is Batian and Nelion, are they are for technical climbers. The only peak that you can ascend on foot is the Lenana peak, and that is the peak that we shall be ascending to. So please do feel very much welcome, and I thank you all. Our walk begins right here at the gate, Sirimon Gate. We will be walking for 9 kilometers to the Old Moses Camp, which is at 3,300 meters. It's not always fine weather at the mountain, but the ascension must always continue. Like at the moment it's actually raining, but we are beginning our walk. So please do join us and do walk with us. Thank you. We get to stop at a viewpoint en route to the top to take some photos as we continue with the ascension. Our porters are joining us slowly as we head up. Our walk continues. While ascending, one ought to walk at a slow pace while gaining altitude to allow the body to acclimatize slowly. We continue walking. The rain has not yet stopped, but we continue all the same. Mount Kenya is actually rich in biodiversity with various species of trees. We have the cedar tree, we have the hypericum, we have the podocapa, we have the sand olive, and we also have the cypress tree. Those are just some of the trees that make up part of the tropical forest that we have here. Currently, we are at the forest zone. heading up towards the alpine zone. The mountain actually is divided into different zones. We have the savanna right at the bottom. That is the first zone. It is followed by the forest zone. Above the forest we have the bamboo zone. Right after the bamboo zone we have the Afro-Alpine zone. And then the last zone on a mountain is the desert, the Alpine desert zone, where we only have the rocks and the stones up there. Our entry, as in the gate that we entered this mountain from, is the Cinnamon Gate, which is at an altitude of 2,650 meters. Our walk continues. For ascension up Mount Kenya, one ought to have the right gear. Without the right gear, it can be very, very difficult to actually do the ascension. You need to have a waterproof jacket in case it rains. One needs very good shoes with a good grip. You need a good warm jacket. You need very good gloves. If not, your hands would freeze at the top. So you need a good bag as well, comfortable bag, so you are not worn out by the bag, because you need to have as little weight as possible to have a good ascension. So one needs a good bag that keeps him comfortable, even though he has a few things in his bag. A comfortable, good bag will make his ascension, one's ascension, easy. Our walk continues. As one ascends up, gaining altitude, one needs to take little sips of water, just to hydrate oneself. This helps the body to acclimatize. One ought not to wait until they are thirsty to actually take a sip of water. Our walk continues. The animals that we have here at the Mount Kenya National Park, we actually have the elephants, we have buffaloes, we have waterbacks, we have the olive baboon, and we have zebras as well. Those are just some of the animal species we have. I will not forget the leopard as well. We continue the hike. It's still raining, but we are gaining altitude. Our walk continues. We get to come along some olive baboons, actually feeding on grains of grass. That's their natural way of feeding. What normally happens is when they come across maybe chicken thrown in a dustbin, and they get to taste the chicken, they actually discover that the chicken tastes better than the grains of grass. This actually changes their feeding habits. They tend to prefer now to look for food in the dustbin. The proteins in the chicken tends to enlarge them more than normal. Also, when they get to see the brown paper bags from which they got the chicken from,
they get to know that these brown paper bugs have the chicken, which actually makes them attack the bearers of these picnic paper paper food packs. The moment they become aggressive, they become dangerous, and the park rangers are actually forced to shoot them. That's the reason why they normally say they normally advise people not to feed the animals, as actually feeding them is actually killing them. Our work continues. In Kenya, we actually have two species of baboon. We have the olive baboon, like the ones we have here in Mount Kenya National Park, and we also have the yellow baboon, which are found on the coastal part of Kenya. Our work continues. This is James Kiprotich Ngetich, Tour Guide Kenya. We are continuing with the ascension of Mount Kenya, currently heading towards Old Moses Camp. The rain eventually stopped, and at least now we have some fine weather, some good weather. We are currently really enjoying the walk, making some small talk here and there as we go up. Our ascension continues. We have come to the end of the tree line, and actually the Afro-Alpine zone begins here. The dominant species of vegetation found here is the giant heather. The refuge, actually, the camp, Old Moses Camp, where we are headed, is actually found at this zone. So we have like an hour of walk to get there. Our ascension continues. We are still at the Afro-Alpine zone, where the vegetation that is dominant here is the giant heather. We also have some Hypericum rhoperanum amidst the giant heather. The weather is very cloudy, as it was raining like some almost 2 hours before. Our walk to Old Moses Camp continues. We are currently arriving at the Old Moses Camp, where we are going to spend the night. We are actually grateful to have achieved today's objective. This again is James Kiprotich Ngetich, Tour Guide Kenya. We have arrived at the Old Moses Camp, which was our objective for the day. It has taken us around 3.5 hours to get here. I want to say thank you very much for keeping us company. I will see you all tomorrow.